Yes. Yo, what up, everyone? Yes, it's not a fake video. I'm back. I'm back. Yes. How y'all doing? Y'all thought I was dead, huh? Y'all thought I was dead. Nah, Sway. I'm still alive. Oh, man. Yo, what up, everybody? It's your boy Fitzbone TV here, aka the channel for y'all today. And today I got your Elimination Chamber preview and prediction show here on the channel. If you guys are in the chat, say what's up. It's good to see you. I missed you so much. Oh man. So really quick, I want to get a few items out of the way before we talk about WWE and the Elimination Chamber. This is my first stream in like over a month because you guys, I have an update video that's gonna go live probably later tonight, which will explain everything. It'll explain why I was gone, why I didn't upload, all that. All right. If you were following me on social media, you know why I wasn't. I have an update video tonight that will explain everything. But I am back, and there are going to be a couple changes, minor changes, but there will be changes to the channel. Usually, when it comes to WWE pay-per-views, I always do my preview and predictions, my Raw, my SmackDown reviews, pay-per-view reviews. I always do that on my wrestling podcast channel, The Legit Shoot. It's the podcast I do with my friend Moose. Well, from now on, all that will be done on this channel. The reason why is because, and I explained this a little bit in the update video too, is because Moose just is no longer watching the product. He's not watching WWE right now. So that's why he's not, that's why I'm doing the stuff on here on my channel. All right. If Moose comes back and Moose eventually starts watching WWE again, definitely we will bring back the podcast. But for right now, we'll be doing all the reviews, all that here on this channel for the foreseeable future. Just wanted to get that out of the way in case you guys have questions about that. Couple other announcements, all right? Couple announcements. Some of you guys have been asking me, what's my plans for Mania season, all right? WrestleMania is coming up fast. First couple weeks of April, well, all right, at the end of March, I am planning to go as much as I can stand the product these days. I haven't been to a WWE show since I think July, I believe. July was the last time I went to a show. And, I kind of just want to go back. I like WWE shows, all right? Or at least live shows most of the time, all right? And then the WrestleMania, I'm still deciding if I'm going to go to WrestleMania. At first, I was going to go to WrestleMania a couple months ago, but me and Moose were planning to go, but Moose is no longer planning on going to Mania. And I don't know, the tickets are really expensive, and I don't want to get a cheap seat and be watching all the way at the top of the stadium where I can't see anything. All right, but I'll figure that out as we get close to the event. I can confirm this. I will be at WrestleMania Access this year if you guys want to meet up with me. All right. I haven't decided what session I'm going to. The reason why is because I forgot to get VIP tickets, and when I went to get them, they were already sold out, which I'm not surprised. VIP tickets for Access sell out like that every single year. And, I wanted to get some for either the Sasha Banks meeting because you guys know how much I love Sasha Banks, or the Ronda Rousey one. All right. Or maybe even the Becky Lynch one. One of those three. I'm going to try my best. There are some on StubHub, but they're really expensive. I'm going to try to see if I can, get in contact with somebody, maybe somebody that would be willing to sell me a VIP ticket at a lower cost. I'm not trying to spend like $500 on a VIP ticket. Like that's not worth it. But I'm going to try my best. Either way, I will get access some way. It's most likely going to be on either the Thursday or the Friday. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out as we get closer to the event. But other than that, I think we are ready to get into the Elimination Chamber. All right. And think about it, it's been about a month since I've talked about WWE on YouTube, since, I haven't done any Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live reviews. I was hoping to do a Royal Rumble stream, but I couldn't because of the copyright situation. I couldn't do a Royal Rumble review, but now that I am back and I can do one for you. So we're gonna talk about Elimination Chamber. So what do you guys? Tell me, guys, want my really quickly. If you guys follow me on Twitter, all right, I do tweet about WWE all the time. I still watch, all right. And basically, I was very unhappy with the whole Charlotte, Ronda, Becky situation because me personally, all right, I just wanted to be a strict one-on-one between Ronda and Becky. Even though we've heard for months that Charlotte, was promised to be in the main event of WrestleMania, which I still find sick to my stomach, but it's whatever. There's nothing we can do at this point. And then Vince McMahon on Monday Night Raw coming out absolutely just sucking Charlotte off. Like, it seemed like, I don't know. Now I know Roman Reigns is, he's busy fighting leukemia, and I hope God bless him. But it seems like Vince McMahon has replaced Roman Reigns with Charlotte at the top of the hierarchy. We always called Charlotte Flair the female Roman Reigns, and some people thought we were blowing smoke. This showed it last week on Monday Night Raw. This was absolutely ridiculous, the way they sucked Charlotte off. All right. And I couldn't stand it. But in the terms of storytelling, it was a good move because it easily makes Charlotte the biggest heel in the company now. She's right up there now with Daniel Bryan, Tommaso Ciampa. She's right up there now because let's be serious here for a sec. All right. People love Becky Lynch. All right, I'm a Becky Lynch fan, even though I felt like her popularity was kind of, it was getting a little bit annoying just because of her fans more, because her fans just couldn't stop talking about her, But I was happy that, she was getting to the top. But I didn't like how WWE was doing the story. I really didn't. I know they're already planting seeds for potentially we could see Becky versus Stephanie McMahon at SummerSlam and all of this other stuff. But I just didn't like how they were making excuses to get Becky Lynch on Monday Night Raw each and every week. When we're 2 months away from Mania, we still have 2 pay-per-views till Mania. And I know you're building towards WrestleMania. And a little bit later in the show, I'm going to talk about because I've been reading articles. WWE still doesn't even know what it wants to do for Mania, which is absolutely ridiculous. And we're less than 2 months away at this point, and they still haven't figured out their plans to the full extent, which I don't know. That pisses me off. All right, but I didn't like what they were doing with the whole Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte situation. All right, but it makes sense. This is the way they incorporate Charlotte. Yes, Becky Lynch is suspended per se, but let's be serious. She's not suspended. All right, she's not suspended. So find some way back into this, all right, and this will eventually play out with a triple threat match at Mania. Right now, I would expect Becky to be the one to defeat Ronda, but I don't know, and it basically makes most of the Elimination Chamber pointless, all right, because we do know that Ronda is going to defend the Raw Women's title match, the Raw Women's Championship, my bad, at the Elimination Chamber against Ruby Riott. But let's be serious. That match has absolutely no build. The only build that match has, all right, was after Monday Night Raw. Once Monday Night Raw went off the air on Monday, there was a segment where the Riot Squad came out, all right, and attacked Becky and Ronda. And then, Ronda and Becky just threw them over the top rope, put them in the disarmor, armbar, all that. That's it. This match has zero build, and I could not care less for this match. And I hate saying that because Ruby Riott is one of the more talented female performers on the female roster. You could argue that she's potentially a top 5 wrestler for the female in the entire company. You could argue that. I'm not saying it's necessarily true, but she's one of the better performers. All right, and we know Rousey, she has become a decent performer in her own right. But I just have no care for the match because honestly, they tried to build it up because Charlotte on SmackDown said that that Charlotte said, I'm gonna have a front row ticket to what happens at the Elimination Chamber. they're trying to, play out or they're trying to tease that Charlotte could get involved, even though I don't think she will. Why would she? The only thing is, and I don't expect the Riot Squad to be involved because Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, they're going to be in the tag team elimination chamber match, so I don't expect them to be ringside with Ronda Rousey. And I think I believe either the tag team championship match is gonna main event or the WWE championship match is gonna main event. It's one of those two that's gonna main event. I think I'm going more towards a woman just because this is history making with the tag team championships. So maybe they want to make it for the main event. You don't really have a main event marquee match. All right. So maybe you want to do that, but we'll have to wait and see. It's going to be one of those two matches. But in terms of Ronda versus Ruby, I expect Ronda Rousey to win this match. I'm not going to say it's going to be a bad match. It's just a match I just don't care about. Because we know there's absolutely zero chance Ruby Riott is winning. The match has absolutely no build. All right. I think we've seen Ronda versus Ruby before on Monday Night Raw. So I'm not expecting anything special. I'm not trying to disrespect. And I'm just saying, I just don't care for this match. We all know Ronda's winning. So maybe 10 minutes at most we get of this match, and then I expect Ronda to win with the armbar. Simple as that. So I wanted to get that out of the way. Since I haven't talked about WWE, I wanted to give my thoughts, a little bit about what's going on there. Moving on. All right, now let's get into that. So we have for the Cruiserweight Championship, Buddy Murphy versus Akira Tozawa. All right, I actually like Akira Tozawa. All right, and the way they're building is Buddy Murphy is like, oh, I'm not fighting with you. I'm fighting to be the best Cruiserweight champion of all time. He's definitely, he has a good argument for it. He's been a good champion up to this point. All right, and basically, I love what he's done as a cruiserweight. I love what he's done with the championship. But to be honest, I just don't think he's not, at least not yet. He's not at the level of where Neville was. All right. And Akira Tozawa mentioned that. All right. He didn't mention Neville directly. Or he didn't say his name, but he did mention, he said, what did he say? He said, the king of the cruiserweights, I defeated him and took his title, and I'll do the same to you this Sunday. So Neville is no longer with the company. He's in the indie scene. He's doing his thing, whatever. So the company's not mentioning him, but at the end of the day, they're mentioning basically the way this feud is being built is Murphy's fighting with himself, and Tozawa's trying to become champion again. All right. I don't think Tozawa's going to win. I like Tozawa as a performer. I really do. But I just don't see him winning this match. All right. Honestly, I don't know who's going to take the title off of Buddy Murphy. I don't know. You don't have anybody built up. Mustafa Ali's now on the main roster. Cedric Alexander, you've already done that match. There were rumors maybe Noam Dar could be the guy. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I just don't think Buddy Murphy, he's been too hot with that title. I don't think you're taking the title off him yet. If Tozawa wins, I'm not going to say I'm going to be surprised, but I feel like the obvious choice will be Buddy Murphy to win this Sunday. So, all right, there's a bunch of matches on this card that I just don't care about, to be honest. All right, first off, no disqualification match, Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin. Really, who's going to care about this match? First of all, I don't care about Baron Corbin. I still don't understand why he's still wrestling in dress shirts. Like, he's not the GM anymore. All right? I don't know. Strowman, the only reason why they're doing it is because they have nothing for Strowman. They have absolutely nothing for him. All right? They don't see him as the Universal Champion, and I don't see him either. You missed the plug with that. The best chance for Strowman is after Mania, after this, when the Superstar Shakeup comes around, he goes to SmackDown and he starts over. I would keep it as a baby face, but still, you should have never turned him heel. Ever since you turned him heel to go up against Roman Reigns, you ruined him. He hasn't been the same. He's just not the same monster to me. All right. I don't really pop when I see him. To be honest, he's not that special to me anymore. And I hate that I'm saying that. I just don't care that much about Strowman anymore. I don't. And I really don't care about Baron Corbin. All right, Strowman will win this match, and maybe he'll do something, destructive. Like how he threw Kevin Owens off a ladder. Yeah, maybe he'll do something. Because Corbin has been a thorn in Strowman's side for months now, going all the way back to 2016. Yeah, but we'll have to see on that. I expect Strowman to win this match. I'm not, I don't even care. I don't even know if I'm going to watch the match. I'll probably be playing it in the background, to be honest with you. But Strowman will win this match. Next up, handicap match for the IC title, Bobby Lashley and Leo Rush versus Finn Balor. So the way this works is Bobby Lashley is the champion. Leo Rush is his manager. Goon. If Leo Rush pins Finn Balor, I don't think that means that he doesn't win the IC championship. It just means that Bobby keeps it. That's all. Will Finn Balor win this match? It's a toss-up, all right? It's a toss-up. The reason why I feel like this feud could go on to Mania, and I don't want it to. I don't care about Bobby Lashley at all. The guy has no charisma, all right? And it's time that Finn Balor gets another title run, all right? Since he hasn't won any championship since SummerSlam in 2016, and he deserves it. I still believe that Finn Balor should have won the IC championship at WrestleMania last year against The Miz and Seth Rollins, but honestly, it's whatever at this point. I'm hoping this year at Mania we finally get the Demon, all right? Because last year I ranted. I ranted when we did get to see the Demon at Mania last year. Hopefully this year it's different. I'm a toss because I feel like this will end with Finn Balor winning. I just don't know if it's going to be Elimination Chamber or it's going to be at Mania. All right, because I don't want to see Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley at Mania. Pre-show worthy garbage. All right, that's pre-show worthy if Finn Balor and Bobby Lashley goes through Mania. All right. Plus, you have Fastlane. So if you want, actually, yeah, I'm gonna probably change my prediction. All right. At first, I had Bobby Lashley winning, but now that I think about it, I'm gonna go with Finn Balor. All right. I think Finn Balor will overcome the odds. All right. He will defeat Rush and Lashley, and then he will go on to Fastlane. Lashley will probably get his rematch, even though WWE doesn't do rematch clauses. But let's be serious here. Lashley will probably get a rematch, and then hopefully Finn Balor can move on to somebody fresh to defend that title at Mania against. I don't know who it is. Maybe it could be Elias. I don't know. Maybe there's possibly Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler. I don't know. Finn Balor he's feuded with basically everybody on the Raw roster. All right, he's been a babyface for all these years now, so he's another guy that I think should be going to SmackDown when the Superstar Shakeup comes around. I also want to apologize. I've been very sick the last week, and my cold's finally going away, but I still have a bit of a stuffy nose. So if you guys hear me, I just want to explain that and apologize for that. But I expect Finn Balor. I'm picking him new champion at the Elimination Chamber. Next up, we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Shane McMahon and The Miz against the Usos. And you guys know how I feel about the Usos. All right, the Usos are my favorite tag team in WWE. And, one of my dream feuds is the Usos against the Undisputed Era. I love the Undisputed Era, all right? I would be surprised if the Undisputed Era if they finally get, they get pushed to the main roster after WrestleMania season when the Superstar Shakeup happened. I would love to see at SummerSlam the Undisputed Era against the Usos. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll have to wait and see. I feel like that has potentially the best tag team match of the year waiting to happen. All right, definitely. But in terms of this, Shane McMahon and The Miz, they're a good tag team, but as I said, they were rushed. They should have never won the tag team championships because there's other tag teams more deserving than them. All right, way more deserving. The Club, the Usos, of course. The Usos, in my opinion, should be the champions right now. All right, they should have won those championships months ago, they should have been the ones that take the titles off the bar and hold those titles through Mania, potentially past Mania with other. Because we know with the Super Shakeup, we're gonna be seeing new tag teams. Like we already seen heavy machinery, even though we're not sure what brand they're on. All right, because 1 week they're on SmackDown and another week they're on Raw. I expect most likely the Undisputed Era will probably come up. I won't be surprised if the Street Profits also get, caught up as well. So definitely there'll be more tag teams. All right. And finally with the Revival finally winning the Raw tag team titles, hopefully this is a step in the right direction. Hopefully this week's tag team wrestling will be made a focus on WWE television. For too long it's been ignored. All right. And hopefully the Revival as champions, they can lead that charge. I hope the Usos win this Sunday, but I don't see them doing that. All right. I have no idea who Shane. If Shane and right now, my prediction is Shane and Miz will probably retain because they will just won the titles. There were rumors going around that they were going to do Shane versus Miz at Mania. They still could do that, but I don't see any dysfunction with them. Plus, they just won the tag team titles. Even though I disagree with them, I don't want to see the tag team titles hot potato. All right, I won't complain if the Usos win this Sunday, but still, hot potato is one of the reasons why the tag team division, fell off. You know what I mean? So honestly, I don't know who Shane and Miz should face at Mania because there's a lot of deserving tag teams. But right now, I'm gonna go with Shane and Miz. This potentially has the potential to be one of the best matches of the night. And we know the Usos kill it every time they're on pay-per-view. We know Shane, he's going to be taking risks left and right. And Miz, he's not a bad performer himself. He's a pretty good performer. So think about it. I expect this to be a really good match. Potentially a show stealer. All right. If the Usos win, once again, I won't complain. I hope they win because, I love the Usos. I love to see them become champions again. But if I had to predict, I believe Shane and Miz are going to win just because it's too early in their title reign. They've only been champions for about 2-3 weeks at this point. It wouldn't make sense to take the titles off of them unless they're going with the Shane versus Miz match at Mania. So that's what I think about that. Now, I'll tell you, there's not a lot of matches on this card. There's only 7 matches. Unless, one of these matches is put on the pre-show or something like that, this is going to be a short pay-per-view. All right? Or at least let's hope so. But now we're going to move on to the Elimination Chamber matches. We have 2 tonight are at Elimination Chamber. We have the first one, the WWE Championship. Daniel Bryan defending his new eco-friendly WWE title. I need to get one of those titles, man. Those titles look freaking sick, to be honest. I love the whole wood. But basically, we got Daniel Bryan defending it against AJ Styles, Kofi Kingston, Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, and Jeff Hardy. We know Kofi Kingston, he's replacing Mustafa Ali because Ali has not been cleared to compete because of his injury. Remember, he took a pretty bad stop to the eye for Randy Orton in this match. It was an accident, but Ali had a pretty bad black eye, and he hasn't been cleared to compete. But it's not a big deal there. He'll be back. He'll be back in the title conversation in no time. Kofi Kingston. For you guys, I've been a huge Kofi Kingston fan, for years. All right. When I was a little kid, I loved watching Kofi Kingston. First off, because he's an African American, and I get behind African American superstars. I want to see them, succeed. And I became a Kofi Kingston fan back in 2009 when he was feuding with Randy Orton. You guys out for long-time viewers, you might remember when Kofi Kingston was when Kofi Kingston was gifted, he wasn't gifted. He destroyed, Randy Orton's NASCAR car. Remember, he threw paint all over it and destroyed it and stuff like that. And I remember the night after, I believe it was bragging rights, all right, in Madison Square Garden. I remember Kofi Kingston absolutely beating the living crap out of Randy Orton. He did a huge boombox from the stands through a table on Randy Orton. And Randy Orton looked dead. All right. And that was back before I knew WWE was fake. So I thought Kofi Kingston actually killed Randy Orton. You know what I mean? But I've been a huge Kofi Kingston fan my entire life. I've seen him win IC, US, tag team championship. And I'm really glad that he got this opportunity. All right, really glad. If you guys saw the gauntlet match from Tuesday, spectacular. That's going to go down as one of Kofi Kingston's best moments. All right, he wrestled in the ring for an entire hour, going up against the likes of Daniel Bryan, Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles. In my opinion, 3 of the 4 best in the company. I'm talking about Bryan, Joe, and Styles. I'm not disrespecting Hardy, but the guy's not the same. The guy's not the same performer he once was. But I'm saying the fact that Kofi Kingston put out that performance, I personally believe Kofi Kingston's performance in that gauntlet match, staying there an hour, was better than Seth Rollins' gauntlet match performance from last year. And I'm being serious when I said that. All right. And then after the match, Kofi Kingston, after he got eliminated from AJ Styles, he had like a 6-minute interview backstage talking about it, how he could count the number of WWE Championship opportunities he's had on his fingers. He hasn't had many. He's only had maybe 2 or 3, if I'm right, in his entire career with WWE. And he's one of the most underrated, and I'll keep saying this. All right, Kofi Kingston will be in the Hall of Fame. All right. He's going to go down as one of the most underrated performers of all time. Royal Rumble moments every year, having more creative ways to keep himself in the Royal Rumble. It's become a gimmick at this point. All right. Because every year, one of the things I look forward to at the Royal Rumble is seeing what Kofi's going to do this year to keep himself from getting eliminated. I love it. All right. Also, when it comes to Kofi Kingston, all right, the only championship he hasn't won in WWE is a world championship. All right, he's won IC, he's won United States, he's won tag team titles. And this Sunday, he could win the WWE Championship. The New Day, when they said they picked Kofi because they believe in him, they want Kofi to become world champion. All right, it's not about being selfish. They believe that Kofi Kingston has been ignored for too long, and it's his time. And I love that. All right, and Kofi Kingston, after what he did tonight on SmackDown, I expect Kofi Kingston to be one of, if not the last member or last superstar in the Elimination Chamber. All right. Right now, I'm going to go off. I think Daniel Bryan is going to win. All right. The guy's way too hot to take the title off him. I don't know. I have no idea who's going to be the guy to take the title off of Daniel Bryan. All right. I don't think Bryan's losing that title anytime soon. All right. Daniel Bryan might not lose that title till SummerSlam, because he might hold that title all year. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm just gonna, my prediction is Bryan will win the match. All right. But the way I see it, Kofi Kingston and Daniel Bryan will be the 2 last superstars in the Elimination Chamber, and Bryan will barely be able to defeat Kofi. Maybe with the help of Eric Rowan on the outside, maybe something him interfering, that will keep Kofi Kingston from becoming champion. But either way, Daniel Bryan will successfully retain the WWE Championship at the Elimination Chamber. All right, and finally, so we can get out of here, the women's tag team Elimination Chamber match. We have the Boss and Hug Connection, Sasha Banks and Bayley. We have Nia Jackson, Tamina. We got the Ride Squad, Sarah Logan, and Morgan. We have the Iconics, which are Peyton Royce and I forget the other one, Billy Kay. We have Fire and Desire, which is Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, which that's a terrible tag team name. I don't know who approved that. And we have Naomi and Carmella. All right. I just want to mention this. Asuka. I said this, and the thing about this, Moose is not here. All right. Moose is not here. Because you guys remember when Moose when Asuka won the SmackDown Women's Championship at TLC, I remember sitting there for that review and just hearing Moose for an hour just talk about how happy that he was that Asuka won. Can you be happy for Asuka? Really? What has Asuka done with the title? She's had one legit defense, which was against Becky Lynch at the Royal Rumble. Other than that, her whole title reign has been an absolute ball of nothing. She hasn't done anything. Absolutely nothing with the title. All right. People are like, oh yeah, Asuka's gonna get a big time match at Mania. People forget that she's champion. I know the focus is on Ronda, Becky, and Charlotte, but Asuka does not have a contender. She's not defending her title this Sunday. Like everyone's focused on the SmackDown Tag Team or the Women's Tag Team Championship, but no one's focusing on Asuka. It's like they legit gave Asuka the title just because they had nobody else to hold it. What is Asuka gonna do at Mania? Ember Moon is injured. Ember Moon, you guys didn't know, she's having elbow surgery. I don't know if she's already had it, but she's gonna be out most of the year recovering from that because she went all of 2018 wrestling with an injured elbow. And then she finally decided to get surgery on it after the Rumble. And now she's going to be gone almost the entire year. Like who? And Shayna Baszler, she's still NXT Women's Champion. You're not going to bring her up. So who is Asuka going to defend the title against at Mania? I said Sasha Banks. But, you know, Sasha Banks is going to win this Sunday and become Tag Team Champion, in my opinion. I don't know. I just wanted to mention that real quick. You know, just because I just wanted to remind you guys that Asuka is a pile of nothing. She's a champion that nobody cares about. Just wanted to mention that really quick. But back to the Women's Tag Team Championship. I feel like the build for this has been terrible. I feel like they could have done a way better job. This is history making. All right, history making the first ever women's tag team titles. And I'm happy that there's only one set and, you know, they'll be defended on both brands. That means, but, you know, I feel like there's only one way you can go with this. And that's clearly Sasha Banks and Bayley winning the tag team championships. Really. It's the reason why I'm not complaining that Sasha's not involved with the Ronda Rousey, Becky, and Charlotte storyline. It's the reason why I'm not complaining that Sasha's not going to be facing Asuka at Mania. All right? Because Sasha Banks will be making history this Sunday when she wins the Elimination Chamber match. And, you know, they're giving her and Bayley that underdog story because Sasha Banks did get injured at the Rumble where she had that incredible match where she, you know, reminded people that she's the best female wrestler in the world against Ronda Rousey. And she did injure, like, her hand, I believe, or her arm. It was something like that. And WWE, she was cleared for the Elimination Chamber. She was always cleared. All right, it was this per storyline. They wanted to keep her from wrestling just so she could be kept safe. All right. Now this Sunday, Sasha Banks and Bayley will be the first in the chamber. They're gonna get that underdog story. This is the reason why last year when Sasha Banks and Bayley were feuding, or they had that mini feud. 1 week we're friends, 1 week we're enemies, we're frenemies, all this other crap, right? When Sasha Banks and Bayley, you know, finally got it together, you kept them as a tag team. You had them have all those matches against the Riot Squad, all those matches against Nia Jax and Tamina. Every single week, you had them have matches against those teams. Why? Because you wanted to build them up for this Sunday. And if Sasha Banks and Bayley, if they don't win the tag team titles, it's going to be a disgrace. It is going to be an absolute disgrace if Sasha Banks and Bayley don't win the tag team titles. All right. Nia Jax and Tamina, nobody wants to see that. No one wants to see that fast slut win anything. Nia Jax should be unemployed, if anything. All right. You know, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, I feel like you could build them up to be the ones eventually to take those titles off of Sasha Banks and Bayley. Naomi and Carmella, they're not a bad team. I just don't see them winning. The Riot Squad, I don't care about that. The Iconics, I don't care about them either. All right. At the end of the day, Sasha Banks and Bayley are the obvious choice and the only choice to win this match. You want to make your women's tag team titles look important? You give them the two future Hall of Famers in Sasha Banks and Bayley, and you let them hold those titles for most of this year. Let them build up those titles and make those titles look special. Because, you know, Sasha Banks is going to make anything she touches look special. And Bayley, you know, with Bayley by her side, they're going to be unstoppable. I don't want to hear, when Sasha Banks and Bayley win this Sunday, I don't want to hear anything, all right? Sasha Banks and Bayley should not be losing those titles, all right, until maybe SummerSlam, at the least SummerSlam. In my opinion, they should be holding those titles all year long. All right. If anybody else wins those tag team titles on Sunday, you will be hearing it from me because I will be doing an Elimination Chamber review and live stream. So don't you worry. Don't you worry. But other than that, Sasha Banks and Bayley are the obvious choice to win the tag team titles this Sunday. They're the underdog story. They're going to be the first ones in the chamber. And the way you do it, you keep them in that match the entire time. I don't know. I don't really care who's the last team. All right. Honestly, I wouldn't mind it being Nia Jax and Tamina just so I could see Sasha Banks make Nia Jax tap out to win those titles. But we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. You could also do something like Nia Jax, like spear Sasha through like one of the Elimination Chamber pods, and that takes Sasha out, you know, for most of the match, and then she comes back at the end, and then they win the titles. That's what I hope they do. All right, but we'll have to find out. But either way, Elimination Chamber, and I hope it's the main event. I hope it's the main event. You know, the Elimination Chamber needs to go off the air with Sasha Banks and Bayley holding those women's tag team titles and making history. Anything else, unacceptable, and you hear it from me. Other than that, that's about it. That's about all I got for you guys today on the Elimination Chamber preview and prediction show. You know, I will be back on Sunday with the review, and I'm going to probably stream my reaction to that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, it feels so good to be back. I hope you guys missed me because I missed you guys. And hopefully we won't ever be put in a situation like this again. But, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video once again. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on social media. The links are in the description down below. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day, guys. Peace.